Hello, my name is Mark. I am one of the houseplants buyers for Green Acres Nursery and Supply. Today we're going to talk about houseplant care during the season of summer. In the summer, watering needs are increased for the plant because of the lack of moisture that's in the atmosphere. The plant has to pull more often from its soil to get the moisture that it needs to support its life. In order to do that and make sure that we ensure that there's accurate moisture in the soil, the best thing to do is to use your finger. Use your finger, stick it down 1 to 2 inches in the soil to see how moist or dry it is. If the soil is moist, then we want to wait a day or two more, check it again before we water again. Obviously, if it's dry, then we're going to water. Because of the high temperatures during the season, this is why the dryness happens a lot sooner than it normally would. Even though that we run the air conditioner and keep the temperature kind of moderate for us in our dwellings, the atmosphere still stays the same, and the plant still recognizes what time of year it is, being summer. This next point we're going to talk about is a common, consistent thing that we need to always be concerned about with plants for indoors, is lighting. And this is something that will continue to be the need for the plant all year round, not just during the summer. A lot of times people think that if we just select a plant, that if we have light, it will support its life, and that's not always the case. Depending on the variety of plant it is, it needs to be determined what direction of light source is best for the plant. East direction is a good light source. South is the best light source. West is another really good light source. North is a good light source, but not for every plant. Only certain plants will work in a north direction because there simply just is not enough light to support their needs. Next, we're going to talk about plant food. I'm going to show you a couple of my favorites that I've used for a really long time. One of them is my most favorite, and I use it for everything all the time. The other one is a favorite because it comes into situations that benefit the person and their needs for whatever their situation is. Usually it's because of pets. So a lot of fertilizers can have an odor when we use them, and this one that I'm going to show you is my very favorite one. This is a Monterey brand. It's called Fish and Guano. I use this for everything, inside, outside, and it's a really great product. The one thing about it is because it is fish emulsion and it does have an odor when you're mixing and when you're actively pouring, when it penetrates into the soil, the smell, the odor goes away. But if you have a small pet or even a large pet, and sometimes they can smell those things a lot more than we can, so it's still present for them and they might want to dig or something. So in those situations, I always have a recommendation as a backup. This is another great product that I use. It's Osmocote, and it is a time release, so this can last up to 6 months. The difference between these two is that the other one is more fast reacting. It happens almost instantly, whereas this one can take up to like 7 days to start having a reaction with the plant because it is such a slow time release. Both products are really good as far as numbers for the nitrogen, the phosphate, and the potash. But like I said, this one is really quick reacting because it's a liquid, and the other one is a time release. But both of them are great products. We should always feed our plants. Usually most products are on a monthly time schedule. You just follow the directions on the product that you've selected and just feed your plants like it says. Feeding time is a good calendar marker I always like to tell people because it's easy to remember, is we start feeding Valentine's Day through Halloween. I always say that we start to love on Valentine's Day and then we kind of die off on Halloween. We don't do anything with our plants during the months from Halloween until February, but maybe give them a little bit of water because that is the dormant season time for plants. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope that what we talked about was helpful to you. If you would like to see more, you can always subscribe to our Facebook or Instagram to see more videos like this. Also, we hope to see you soon at any one of our 5 nursery locations where we have houseplants at each location. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you again soon.